하이브리드 프리가 무료 배포 중입니다. 리버브 꿀템이에요. 보컬, 기타, 드럼 등을 사용하면 좋습니다. 홀, 플레이트 등을 조합해 새로운 리버브를 먹일 수 있어요. 조작법도 간단합니다. 페이더를 메인으로 조작하면 원하는 값을 먹이면 됩니다. 믹싱이 고민이신 분들에게 강추해요. 다운받는 법은 프리 다운로드 누르고 받으면 됩니다.
Se fossi ancora con me, ti amerei ancora di più. Se fossi ancora con me, danzerei ancora di più.
Like I did for drum narrowing the stereo field, here I can increase a bit the wideness in order to make the whole thing more impactful. You usually can find some creative IRs. Again, it's super easy.
SSL Native Vocalstrip 2가 92% 할인 중입니다. 역대급 할인이에요. 보컬 날이 랩하시는 분들에게 강추합니다. SSL 특유의 질감 때문에 결과물 퀄리티가 상당히 좋게 나와요. 깔끔하고 시원하게 믹싱을 도와줍니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
You say that you will love me every night and day, and I promised you that I would do the same. I know that nobody will love you the same way. Yeah. You say that you will love me every night and day, and I promised you that I would do the same. I know that nobody will love you the same way. Yeah. You say that you will love me every night and day, and I promised you that I would do the same. I know that nobody will love you the same way. Yeah. You say that you will love me every night and day, and I promised you that I would do the same. I know that nobody will love you the same way. Yeah. You say that you will love me every night and day, and I promised you that I would do the same. I know that nobody will love you the same way. Yeah. You say that you will love me.
오존 10 어드밴스드가 50% 할인 중입니다. 반값 할인이에요. 마스터링 꿀템입니다. 자동 마스터링 기능이 들어있어 초보자분들이 사용하기 좋아요. 힙합, 재즈, R&B 등 장르별로 마스터링을 할 수 있습니다. 오디오 렌즈를 활용하면 레퍼런스와 유사한 마스터링도 할 수 있어요. 나중에 MPS5로 크로스 그레이드 할 때 더욱 할인율을 높게 받습니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Okay, so it's doing the work for you. So if you're an artist or producer who just wants to quickly pump out your ideas, that was night and day. And then you can go through, let me turn this off for a second. You can go through and then figure out what did the computer do to mix the record. So you can go through and see, okay, the width, you can mess with this. You could do the impact. So it definitely prioritized impact there. Here's the limiter. So it basically eases everything for you into sliders. But if you wanted to get into the components, I believe you could switch the view and look at the decisions the computer made. So I made similar decisions in a different video. I chopped the low end. The computer did the same thing. Okay, I'm assuming, why are we seeing multiple curves here? Let's double check. Okay, so we have this here. Okay, so it's boosting, what is this? 400 hertz, and then boosting the highs. We did the same exact thing, funny enough, in a different video. Okay, so it's just showing you all the settings, the impact settings. It's definitely prioritizing the bass, pulling that bass mono. So you don't even need to know what all this does. Okay, I'm just showing you that feature. But let's.
토탈이 35% 할인 중입니다. 레알 믹싱 꿀템이에요. 사운드를 더 풍성하게 만들 때 좋습니다. 신스, 기타, 베이스 등에 걸면 훨씬 유니크한 사운드를 만들 수 있어요. 해외 유명 프로듀서분들이 많이 사용합니다. 조작도 직관적이라 사용하기 편리해요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
I'm actually going to leave it at 1/16th because I like it for this sound, but you can adjust it for different sounds. The next thing you'll notice is this little diamond right underneath the circle, and basically this adds randomness to the density. So sometimes it won't play 1/16, it might play like 1/16 dotted, 1/16 triplet, or something else completely different. And you can adjust how random it is between 0 and 100. Just keep in mind with the randomness, you just want to do a little bit. You don't really want to go too crazy with it. And some of these controls, you don't want randomness at all. Like I said earlier, just experiment. Next, this offset control will actually control the start point of the grains after the first grain if you have more than one. So this countdown here, if you had this at 1, then this offset knob wouldn't do anything. But if you have it more than 1 at all, this offset knob ends up changing things. I'm going to play this right now. You'll hear the grains kind of slide out of place after the first one. And you can see that you can actually link this to the density. So now your offset is a ratio of whatever your density value.
멤버가 85% 할인 중입니다. 기타 꿀템이에요. 어쿠스틱 기타 사운드가 들어있어요. 장르 패턴별로 프리셋이 저장되어 있어 건반만 누르면 자동으로 연주됩니다. 기타 작업할 때 유용해요. 스케치로 써도 좋습니다. 사운드 믹싱도 가능해서 초보분들이 쓰기 좋아요. 조작도 굉장히 간단합니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Pickups. Next to it is the position knob, which emulates a change of the hand strumming position. Turn to the left, you get more of a full-bodied sound. Turn to the right, the sound becomes thinner. Underneath it, you can turn on fret noises. Low tune gives you access to notes below E. And doubling creates a fuller and wider sound by adding a second guitarist and panning both signals hard left and right. On the right side, Amber offers 2 different signals, microphone and pickup. You can also combine both signals mixed together or panned left and right.
사운드ID 레퍼런스 4 헤드폰스가 30% 할인 중입니다. 작업한 소리를 다른 헤드폰으로 모니터링을 해볼 수 있습니다. 더욱 디테일한 믹스 마스터가 가능해요. 레이어 다이나믹, AKG, 비치 등의 헤드폰이 들어있어 다양한 캐릭터의 사운드를 모니터할 수 있습니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
SoundID Reference is a speaker and headphone calibration software delivering consistently accurate studio reference sound on all speakers and headphones. That means it effectively eliminates all sound coloration by setting the frequency response of your speakers and head to be completely flat across all audible frequencies, so you can trust that every mix will translate. So how exactly does it work? Our software includes an ever-growing list of presets for hundreds of headphone models, so you just have to find your model from the drop-down list on the SoundID Reference app or in the plugin of your favorite DAW. Easy, right? However, if you want an even more accurate sound calibration, you can either purchase